Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and get my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out the most popular project in all of Kickstarter, period. That is Moon, a pick-and-pass base building game for 1 to 5 players from the designer and illustrator of Villager and Streets, which all were distinctly size box games that were on Kickstarter. If I recall correctly, they were relatively popular. And that would explain why this one had, I think, like $3,000 or 3,000 pre-launch people. So, and the fact that they're nearly at $100,000 in only a couple hours means they are really crushing it here. They got people excited. Looking at the main image, I see a bunch of components here. I see 1 to 5 players, pick and pass base building game. I see the pedigree focus, designer and illustrator of Villages and Streets. But the only other thing I'd like to know is the time link, the price, stuff like that. But other than that, I think that's a really rock solid main image there. It gives me a great idea of what I'm getting there, and I like it. And yeah, there's a poll here. Have you played either of the first 2 games, Villagers or Streets? I have not. So, as always, when you go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
It's 2056. The great endeavor of settling the moon has begun. The first 5 permanent bases have been established, and now exploratory expeditions travel from settlement to settlement in great caravans, leaving behind people, supplies, and schematics for new technologies.
Are we seeing components? Are we seeing cards? Are we seeing a mashup of both of them? I want to start seeing components soon, but I'm intrigued. You know, setting up shop on the moon. Pretty simple theme here.
Are the manager of one of the first moon bases. Your goal is to build the capital city of the moon.
Those are the components.
How you achieve that is up to you.
Moon is a 1 to 5 player card drafting and tableau building game. Players compete to build the most popular settlement on the
Trailer park, 1 house. Okay, it's not much, but it's all mine. So I like the fact that that's the card that they start with at first, because now I'm more interested in the game. I know it's going to have like a little cheeky sense of humor going on here. Tableau building, drafting, those are words I love to hear.
Moon by collecting and spending resources.
And that's
Collect
the artwork,
flags
okay.
to unlock better structures and compete for dynamic rewards at the end of each round. And flip over special structures at the right moment to leverage their bonus actions. Each hand of cards has a special expedition card that grants a temporary special ability to the player currently holding it. Players can also do worker placement with their moon rovers.
Ooh, no, that's the shot right there. That one gets me excited. Tableau building, drafting, worker placement. We got some custom-looking little meeple things down here. This is looking great. This is looking great. If we can wrap this up with a great price, banging this one right now. That being said, I did think the intro was a bit long, but it wasn't bad.
Worker placement with their moon rovers. Visiting other player settlements to take advantage of their structures. Back Moon on Kickstarter today and receive promo cards and a free expansion for the game.
Oh.
Spread the word and help us unlock as many stretch goals
Get
as
loud
possible.
there. Get loud. Whoa. They just cranked that up to 11 there for a second for no particular reason. Anywho, yeah, do I want it? Yeah, I want to try that. I want to play that. I want to know more about Villagers and Streets. Hopefully I can buy Villagers and Streets and this, get all the stuff in one shebang here, as always when you go in the video, though. Do I want it? Yeah. Can you do it? I already felt comfortable about it because you were the designer and illustrator of Villages and Streets. You've done this stuff before, which makes me feel good. But we go back here and we check. Dave Clark, Citizens First Games. Dave was introduced to D&D in 1981, founded a LARP club at school in 1987, and has never stopped playing games. He has previously been a LARP weapon maker, a learning support advisor, a web designer, a leather worker, and a sign maker. In 2015, Dave decided to try being a board game designer. Empirical evidence showed that this would undoubtedly result in his death from starvation, so he became a publisher instead. So we have 3 people here in the customer service. So once again, humor. I'm digging the humor. So we got Villagers, we got Streets, we got Villagers, and we got Great Scott. I don't feel like I really need to check these. I'm pretty sure I've seen that one out and about. I think that's a thing. This one, I don't know if this one's out yet, but we'll double check. And we just go back here to make sure that everyone got their stuff. It's not a flaming dumpster fire. In the updates and comments, the pledges must flow. So what is this? Progress report, logistics isn't fun. Ships ahoy! I've had a quick update for you today, but there is no bad news. This was some delay due to our factory going into a short COVID lockdown, but I'm pleased to report that everyone there is okay, and they're now back at work. Please note that we have ETAs for the 3 ships carrying pledges around the world, and we don't have, and that was in April, so I don't think this one is quite out yet. USA shipping, this is from December 30th, so yeah, that one's, I feel like we're good here. Either that, or this would be just people revolting. Villagers shifting seasons. Yeah. So can you do it? I feel comfortable. Still haven't received my copy 20 days ago. Hey, Will, 20 days ago. That's great. That's great customer service right there. 20 and 20. You don't typically see that. So banging customer service there. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? I feel comfortable. Awesome. Hopefully don't beat around the bush. We get to the how much is it. 1 to 5, 90 minutes. Wow. That's more heft than I was expecting at 90 minutes. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I actually like the small box 90-minute playtime. That gets me exciting. That tableau building, the deck building, the drafting. But once again, I kind of wish you would have said 90 minutes right from the jump. I think that's something that'd be great on the marquee. Moon is the 3rd game in a loose trilogy from Haken, Hole, Gardner, and Sinister Fish Games. Yeah, the first 2. That looks nice right there. Villagers, Streets, Moons. If you enjoy a game that is going to keep you coming back, keep you engaged all the way through it, we were so into it, this game, right to the end of it. This game is fantastic, okay? I'd like to know more of why. Moon is a game of pick and pass card drafting where you develop infrastructure and resource production as you build up your base over 3 eras. Free expansion for every backer. Regular MSRP going to be 10 euros, I believe that one is. I would convert the currency, though, because the majority of people here are probably from the United States of America. 1,020 to 565 in the UK. Crushing it over there. Good for you. And awesome, we're not beating around the bush here. We got one quote, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but then we get straight into the price. 30 euro, so that's 30 euros. I'd wish they convert the currency, that'd be nice. 36 bucks, very reasonable. I don't have issues with that. A 1 to 5 player, 90-minute game, 36. Okay, we got Moon/Super, and this is not a long, sexy scrolling shot, but it is a component shot. 193 cards. And see, that's what I think would be nice to spotlight, too. I'd like to see more of those cards. Moon/Super. So what is Super? This is the... plus you're getting expansion as well. Awesome. And then, so what is Super? What's the Super? Moon/Super. It's the Moon Deluxe Edition. 80 wooden resource tokens, 70 wooden hearts. Is that the only difference? Yeah, I kind of like how they spotlighted that right there with that little Kickstarter symbol. That's pretty nice. That's clean and clear. Like it. Deluxe upgrade stretch goals. Oh, I'd also highlight that one right there, too. Okay, so then we're getting the nice hearts. Hopefully they all fit into the box. I would imagine they do. They look like they're just upgraded, but that's still something to note. Moon/Full. What's the full? The full is the custom card sleeves and the 70 wooden hearts. No, the 80 resource tokens. We already got those. Why am I paying an extra 18 euros? Pounds. Whatever it is. Why? Moon full, Valkyrie expansion. I get that already. That's not what it is. It's this. Wait, so what? Moon Deluxe Edition. Is this the Moon? This is Moon Deluxe Edition as well. What am I missing here? What is full? Is this an early bird? It's not an early bird. How many people have taken this? 807. What am I missing here? That's different. 80 resource tokens, 70 wooden Valkyries. Is it the custom card sleeves? Is it just custom card sleeves? Is that it? I feel like they could definitely do a better job spotlighting that. But apparently everybody else understood it. Well, 800 people did. Yeah, I don't even see you really pointing those out there. That's interesting. Moon is a wonderfully designed game which has an excellent scoring system and hand drafting mechanic that is elegant, simplistic, promoting strategic planning and forward thinking. I do like that quote. Valkyrie. Valkyrie expansion for Moon that is included free with every copy of the game sold on Kickstarter after the campaign. It will be 10 bucks. Expansion contents: 15 structure cards, 2 Valkyrie launch cards, 1 card divider, 5 wooden spaceship tokens. Wow! You know where I put that? I would put that right here. Like, bam. Instead of just Valkyrie expansion, Valkyrie stretch goals, why don't you tell me? So now I'm saying, I'm actually getting 208 cards instead of 193. You know, because and then we got in tokens as well. Stretch goals to be revealed. That's exciting. That's great stuff. Add-ons, custom sleeves. So this is what makes the Moon full. Okay. Over 250 sleeve printed backs, 12 different designs, 100 micron thickness. And so yeah, I would spotlight that a little bit more right here, I feel. Because I got here and I was like, what's the difference? Huh? What do we got? How to play? Ooh, is it a video? No. description. So if you want to know, you can find it. Okay, nice. Hope there's a gameplay video as well. Click on the rules would be nice too. Really going into the weeds on how to play there. That was like a mini rule booklet right there. Stretch goals. We hope to unlock component upgrades and extra content via stretch goals. All bonus gameplay content will be added to the Valkyrie expansion, where every backer will receive in order for us to offer the retail edition at the best price. Most component upgrades will apply to the deluxe edition only. So saying pretty much don't just get moon/base. You're going to want to get moon/super or moon/full. And most people did, and I would expect that. You want that to be the case. Previews. And I do got to say, that's really eye-opening right there. Just how much people like custom card sleeves. Like, let's really analyze that. 1,200 people wanted the game. 800 people said, I want the game, but I want those card sleeves as well. And I did not think card sleeves were going to be nearly that popular. So that's very eye-opening to me. And I love the fact that we can see little things like that on Kickstarter. Preview, no thank you. 2-minute overview, no thank you. Preview, don't care. There it is. There's playthrough, full playthrough.
Food.
Awesome. That's what I want to see. Playthrough in Moon.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom, and today I'm going to be playing Moon.
Awesome. First impressions, previews, first thing, Moon rule booklet. Here we go. Awesome. All the dots check marked, if that's an expression. Moon rule booklet. Okay. All right, looks well enough. I mean, so there we go. Play online. Why Kickstarter are pledged to you. So here's the only thing that I feel like they did a great job of doing, which was spotlighting their original 2 games enough and why I need to get this. I also was a bit disappointed the fact that I can't get the other games as well. That kind of seems like a no-brainer to me to offer those where it's like, hey, we can also get this. And maybe it's a shipping issue. Maybe it's they don't have the things or something like that. But when you have 3,000 people pre-launch, I feel like it'd be pretty safe to say, hey, we're probably going to be able to get another print run of our 2 other games if we need to, if we want to. At the bare minimum, 500, 1,000, something like that. So that's really interesting that they didn't have that at all. And I feel like that's a bit disappointing as well. But let's see why... what I would have done right there, because that's the other thing. So Moon is the name of this game. I don't remember the name of the other games. So what do we got? The Moon. Oh my gosh, there's so many games. There we go. Construct the most popular Moon base on Board Game Geek, which, by the way, one of the best websites on the planet, my personal opinion. Their new app is fantastic. So yeah, wow, look at that. Villagers is a top 1,000 games. The Streets is a 2,500 rated game. Those are fantastic. Yeah, I would. So one of the top 200 family games of all time. I would put a little bit more respect on your name by mentioning a little bit of how highly rated those games are. Especially if the other one. Yeah, let's get that snazzy tagline. I want to check out Streets. Is this a top 500 family game of all time? Oh, it's not a family game. Okay, it's not in that category. But still, I would spotlight that a little bit. And I'm sure that you could pull some quotes from Streets, just talking about how fantastic it is. I would do that a little bit more, just for the people who haven't played any of those games. Which, by the way, answer the poll. If you would, have you played the first 2 games? Either of them. Why Kickstarter are pledged to you. Shipping prices are still very high worldwide. This can't be avoided. We make no profit on shipping. I don't feel like most people are assuming you do. Shipping will be charged to our pledge manager back again. So €6, €8, UK, China, Hong Kong. Oh, we're not in there. Where's the US? France, Germany, Netherlands, Spain, Sweden. We in zone 3? They zone 4'd us. Wow. Put us in our place. €12. So now I'm looking at a $60 game in and out the door, most likely. No, I'm not going to go with the full with the card sleeve. So yeah, that seems very reasonable to me. I have no issues with that. I mean, the shipping's not fantastic for what is a small game. Actually, but it's not bad, I don't think. All right, so the team, we got the people, we got the stuff, and yeah. Let's go check out the FAQ, the updates, comments, give this one a grade. Might not be much up there just yet, because this one just launched today. So no updates yet, 145 comments. So yeah, leaning towards a positive grade on this one for sure. Will I be able to get your other games in the Pledge Manager? Yes! We will make as many of our games and accessories available as we can. Well, then mention that you had a whole add-on section where you talked about your add-ons and say, also, in the Pledge Manager, our games, and hell, put the prices there. I would honestly maybe even consider making that a bundle. Get everything. Get the complete collection. Pop it in there. See how many people take it. I mean, what does it hurt? Now, granted, well, I guess I could see where it does hurt, because by doing it that way, Kickstarter, I'm pretty sure, is going to take a portion of it, which you might not want. So I guess I do understand that, if that is the case. But other than that, I would mention that at the bare minimum to everybody. It's great to be back. A few years ago, a small board game Kickstarter from a tiny publisher somehow got on my radar, and I backed it. The first of dozens of board game Kickstarters I've backed. You have a lot to answer for, Dave and Hackon. What stood out in the first campaign was that Dave was going to fulfill the Villagers Kickstarter from his bedroom. That went southward when over 11,000 people backed it. People are talking about the end of the trilogy, but it could be a quadrilogy or even foreshadow another trilogy. So it's brand loyalty. People excited about and that makes sense. This completely makes sense to me why this had 3,000 people pre-launch. When the first two games in the trilogy are, top 3,000, that means that most people, at the bare minimum, think those are good. They're like, oh yeah, it's good. Maybe it's not my cup of tea. Maybe I don't think it's great, but I think it's good. At the bare minimum. But most people, that's a very highly rated game. I would mention that a little bit more. But at the end, I thought this was a really rock solid campaign. I like the main image. So do I want it? Yes. I thought the video was well done. I felt like we focused a little bit too much on the theme at the beginning, but once we got into it, I was really into it. Can you do it? Yes. Feel comfortable. Third in a trilogy. How much is it? Reasonably priced. I don't feel like it's a good price. I don't feel like it's a bad price. I think it's about a Kickstarter-ish price. And yeah, $60 for that. Okay. End of the day, I think I'm going to give this one an A-. Yeah, I think it's a really rock-solid campaign. I'm trying to think of what else I'd like to see. Maybe just because they're going to have stretch goals. They don't have those up yet. I would get those up yet. I would get those up, especially since we have reached $121,000. And I would, at the bare minimum, at least let me know what they are. Tease me about what they are. So that does annoy me a little bit, but that's going to be a reason to come back. And I can't really judge too much without seeing the updates, without seeing how engaging this is, because, but at the end of the day, I think an A-. A- seems about right. Solid campaign. I agree. That is Moon from Sinister Fish Games. Looks like it might be your cup of tea. Be sure to check out that Kickstarter link down below. And if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, just keep on enjoying it. Bye-bye.